Black liquid was evenly sprayed over the astronaut's body. Within seconds, it solidified. It transformed into a high-strength protective material. Then, armor was installed at the joints, with just a helmet left to complete. The lightweight emergency spacesuit was ready, but to Jess's horror, his helmet hadn't been generated yet. Before he could react, his cryopod was ejected into space. Confused, Jess looked back. The main ship had been struck by a meteor. Catastrophic damage forced all astronauts to be launched away. Most pods were thrown off course by the shockwave. Only a few, like Jess, were lucky enough to fall toward the planet below, but as his pod descended too fast, and with no helmet to protect him, Jess started losing pressure. Just as he was about to suffocate, the pod's AI system activated. It quickly began fabricating his helmet. As the visor sealed into place, Jess finally caught his breath. Before he could relax, the AI issued a warning. The pod's surface temperature had exceeded its maximum limit due to the rapid descent. Watching other pods burn up around him, Jess' heart pounded. Then, in the next second, his pod pierced through the planet's atmosphere. Relieved, he realized this was a frozen world. The extreme cold instantly cooled his overheated pod. But there was a new problem. The freezing temperatures had solidified the pod's fuel. Without power, it couldn't slow down for landing. The only option was deploying mechanical air brakes. Jess could only brace himself as the pod plummeted at high speed. Fortunately, the structure was sturdy. Jess survived the crash unharmed. Waking up, he immediately activated his comms. He tried to contact other survivors. No response. Meanwhile, his pod remained completely disabled, left with no choice. Jess grabbed a nearby tool and smashed the window. Luckily, the interior glass wasn't too strong. He broke through quickly. Excited to finally escape, he climbed toward the exit. Then disaster struck. The ground beneath the pod collapsed. The entire pod tumbled downward. Even worse, a sharp glass shard tore through his spacesuit. Precious oxygen started leaking. Watching his O2 levels drop rapidly, Jess panicked. He grabbed a patching tool and sealed the tear. Once the leak was stopped, he sighed in relief. But just as he calmed down, thick smoke started billowing from behind his seat. Frantic, Jess clawed through the pod's side. He dug an opening and escaped. Now temporarily safe, Jess hoped for rescue. Then, in the distance, a fiery explosion caught his eye. His heart sank. The main ship had crashed into the planet. As the flames roared, Jess felt despair take hold. With barely any oxygen left, how could he possibly survive on a frozen world with no air?